Welcome to episode 4 of I Sure You Were Broken, the podcast. I'm joined by my buddy Zach,
That's
aka
me.
Murphy McCready,
That's me. I'm Zach.
and my name is Scary Brandon. Follow us on Twitter, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. The more that you interact with them, the more likely it is that people are gonna see our shit.
Yeah, dog. Thanks. Oh, I've been watching the videos. You guys are so funny. Ha ha ha. Well, show us some support, man.
Yeah, and yet I don't see the video numbers going up.
Yeah.
I don't see the views increasing.
Do you know?
Yeah, I'm
do you
all
know
caught
who's-
up, dude.
Do you know who's been watching those videos on repeat? Me.
Us. Yeah. We did have a guest scheduled for today. But they had something better to do.
It was actually the
The murderer.
the murderer reveal.
Because we forgot to put it at the end of the last episode.
But that's fine. Because it just shows that even in death we are still human.
Yeah. We still make mistakes. I guess our next arc should be us trying to revive, some Kandarian resurrection shit.
Oh yeah, I know a guy.
Bruce Campbell?
I know a guy.
I don't want to give away too much.
Don't you like that whenever someone's like, hey man, I need this, and they're like, I know a guy, and you're like, who? I know a guy. Well, who the fuck is it? Because I don't want to deal with some weirdo. Dude, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to end up having to owe somebody who has like connections to the mafia a favor. You know what I mean? That's how that happens, dude. You're like, oh man, I need $1,000, and I don't want to get a loan. Maybe if I can just get a couple friends together to loan me like $200 a piece.
I guess the same things on the other end is like, how the fuck are you gonna resurrect your friends? I'll find a way. It's like, what do you mean?
You'll see.
I think I know how to do it. It's like, what do you mean?
Oh, you'll find out.
You'll see when I do it. It'll be fucking crazy.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't have a plan, do you? That's where that scene comes in. They're like, you don't have a plan, and they're like, I have a plan.
Yeah, they're the ones that say like, dude, don't worry, I'll get the beer for the party. How? I know a guy. And then they show up and like, where's the beer? I'm like,
everything
dude.
fell through. Everything fell apart. The guy, yeah, he was not as cool as I thought he was. It's like you didn't even secure the information that you had. You just said a thing.
He just bailed on me tonight, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So you didn't have a guy. So you didn't have a plan. The things that you were talking about were lies. That's what that's called. It's called lying.
No, he said he was going to do it. He lied.
Yeah, but then you lied to me because you didn't know. This is the
Anyways,
circular reasoning.
I think the murderer bailed.
Probably because he didn't want us to out him.
Well, I think that he thought that this could be used in court, but newsflash: ghosts can't take you to court.
I love that the narrative of our podcast. The first episode is ghosts aren't real.
Hey, listen.
Episode 2.
Hey,
we're talking about scary stories.
I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong.
The proof is in the pudding. God, these peas are really poking out the fucking mic.
It's these mics, dude.
I think we just need to put the pop screens back on.
Yeah, guys.
Because these have like windscreens on them, but I don't think they're the right quality.
Hey, bear with us. This is going to be different audio quality from the first 3 episodes.
I think it sounds better. We both have individual mics now. Before we were just using one XLR that had the condenser that you have is weird. It's not cardioid. It has like bass in the back, so it's bass audio is in the back, and then the treble and mids.
Why don't you explain that for the people at home? Just because I know what that means, but there's a lot of people that don't know what you're talking about. I think he said cardiovascular, and that's referring to the health of your heart and blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could imagine my microphone's not been a healthy boy.
Yeah, that's what that means. The microphone is he's a chain smoker. Eats a lot of red meat. a lot of grease.
No, seriously, one more time. What is my mic not?
I don't believe it's a shotgun mic. I don't believe it's a unidirectional mic like these are. These are unidirectional condensers, and I think yours is a cardioid mic where it's just a live mic basically. Like,
well, you don't got to talk down to me, Brandon. I know what it is.
No, I'm just saying for the folks at home.
It's for everybody else.
Yeah, for the folks at home, the mic that we were using before. So you're
saying mine is cardiovascular?
Yeah, dude.
Well, then he is a healthy boy.
Yeah.
Wait, well, you just talk shit on him, and you let me talk shit on him.
Well, you know, I was misled by your previous statement, and I wanted to be agreeable.
Well, why don't you just agree with everything someone fucking says? Like, it's a podcast.
Like
most of our conversations, no matter what, the other one's like, yeah, totally, but also this.
Yeah, but here's all the evidence to refute that.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you.
It's like, yeah, you know, I have a completely different opinion of that, but yeah.
You know, you're so right, but also here's some facts that support a different narrative.
I just think about how I talk to people. They'll say the most dumbest shit, and I'll be like, yeah, totally. So,
anyways.
And I'm just thinking, I just agreed to that dumb shit.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to take the conversation to like, are you fucking serious?
Well, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. It's like what is the you when you're interacting with somebody who's just blatantly lying to your face, you have to weigh the pros and cons of calling them out, and It's like, even though you may know it's a lie, unless you can like catch them in a lie, there's not much benefit to calling them out. Like, cause then you have to start an argument with this person over something that you just don't care about. Like, I think we let people get away with lying so much because the alternative is then having a discussion with them about who they are as a person. Like, hey, maybe make better choices, and that
they're
like
also just not going to admit they're fucking lying,
right? Because they're pathological liars.
They're going to do that thing that happens.
They're like, oh no, what I meant was this.
Yeah,
and like they did. Then you're like, oh really? Because the first thing you said was true, and I was calling you out to see if you would lie about being called out.
Well, it's fuck. It was like Game Grumps or Super Mega. They were talking about the people that get caught on the door cams. Like, they're like messing around the house, and they come on like the Ring door cam, and they're like, what are you doing? They're like, this isn't Christy's house? No,
it's like, you know, it's not fucking Christy's house.
Yeah, you know it's not fucking Christy. It's like, no, I swear, like, I thought this was Christy's house. I was like, no, it's not. Please leave.
Yeah.
And then like, it was Ryan from Super Mega. Now I remember, because he's like, you know, it's not their fucking, like, then they stand there and over-explain themselves. Like, instead of just going, oh, sorry, and leaving, which is what they should do, they try to sell the lie. So then they try to fucking oversell it and over-explain. And it's like, everything coming out of your mouth is bullshit right now. And then now you're on video is what's worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a known thing that there's liars out there and bad people, and there's nothing you can do about it other than to be aggressive. And it's difficult because, for me at least, I'm a pretty agreeable person. Like, especially like I'll just let people say things. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to call somebody out because I think it's more entertaining to just know that they're wrong and or lying, and just to let them get away with that, because I know they're wrong, but me saying something about it then creates a conflict for me. And I don't want that.
Yeah, well, then usually what happens is they get all upset, and then they don't talk to you anymore. And if you're in a situation where it's like, well, I got to work with this fucking dude.
Yeah.
Or say they're like a family member, and it's like, oh, I got to fucking deal with them at the family reunion or whatever. Sure, you can call them out on their bullshit, but then you also got to live with that as well. And sometimes the shit they're lying about's not important anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's usually always the shittiest lie.
Right.
And it's so hard to stay quiet sometimes. But it'll just be, it could be about fucking anything. They'll be telling you a story and then they embellish it and it becomes completely unbelievable with their embellishment. And it's like, that did not fucking happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the same thing with one-uppers. There was a guy that I worked with, I forget, somebody called them out, or we were just talking about one-uppers in general. We said something along the lines of, man, the people that I dislike the most are people that have to add to your story by saying that story wasn't very good because I know something that happened that was way worse. They have to one-up your story. And then the guy was like, oh yeah, man, I know somebody who's way worse at that.
It's like, did you listen to the entire conversation? I think you lost the point there, buddy, right?
Yeah, it's like you just did the thing that we said we disliked, but that lack of self-awareness.
Like, I know someone who's way worse than that, though.
Yeah, it's that complete lack of self-awareness, which I fear, because I fear it in myself, because if I become that guy that's like...
Lack of cognitive dissonance.
Oh man, the cognitive dissonance is real with this one.
Yeah,
is that like an attempted Star Wars quote?
I thought he said lack of cognitive, but it's cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance in this one.
Yeah, like, were you fucking Yoda over there?
Hold on a second. Maybe no one heard me. Cognitive dissonance in this one.
Looks around.
Yeah. Okay.
Smells own fart.
I'm still smart.
Yeah. I said the words cognitive and dissonance. I know what they mean together.
And then my dumbass gets on a podcast and goes, lack of cognitive dissonance.
See, that's what I mean. It's like, I fear that lack of self-awareness, because it's like you don't want to commit to something whenever you're not entirely certain of what it is.
So,
because then you could end up making a fool of yourself, like the guy who's like, I know somebody who's really bad about one-upping people.
Look, everyone embellishes stories because sometimes...
But that makes a good story.
Sometimes it's better to...
like when you know a story isn't going anywhere, and then you go, and then I found $5. And then it makes the story instantly better.
Well, okay,
Because you're like, that didn't happen, but this story was going nowhere. And you're like reading the audience.
Sometimes it's fun to lie as a joke to see if anyone's even fucking listening to you.
That's true too.
And so you just say something fucking crazy. Like, dude, we got so drunk last night, and then I swear to God, I saw a leprechaun come out from under my dresser.
Yeah, and then somebody just goes, oh yeah, man, that's crazy.
And I was like, did you fucking listen to what I just said? I saw a leprechaun while I was drinking. Those two things don't add up.
Yeah.
Like, well,
do they?
I don't know, man. You're telling the stupid story, and I'm like, yeah, and I could clearly fucking tell you were enjoying yourself.
You lost the plot, yeah. No, but I mean, what if I would be afraid of doing that, and then they go, yeah, no, I see leprechauns all the time.
And then you're like, wait, no,
I was a joke. You think leprechauns are a joke? You think I'm crazy? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, you think something that ridiculous is something that happened to me?
Wait.
My grandmother was killed by a leprechaun.
We're the assholes that will embellish a story as a fucking joke, but then it's lost upon a stupid person. They're talking about us like we're talking about them. They just fucking lie when they, like, he was telling me this story and he said he saw a fucking leprechaun.
Can I tell you a story about my cousin?
Just real quick before I already lost the point. Fuck.
My cousin would just lie to me.
Yeah.
And I think it was the same thing that we do, but as a kid, I don't know if he understood like the higher cognitive levels of that, like the higher form artistic values of like lying to somebody, like gaslighting somebody for a joke. I think he was just legitimately lying to me because he thought it was funny, which is fine too. That's legitimate, but it's also hurtful to like a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Like it made me really distrustful, but I was really gullible as a kid anyway, so I digress. He was like, yeah, there's a deleted scene in Free Willy where the kid, when the Free Willy jumps over the kid at the end, he just holds up a stick and like cuts the Free Willy's belly open and like all his guts spill out. And I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah, dude. And then like he would like go as far as to like put Free Willy in the DVD player and go to the end, and he's like, yeah, well, it's not on this copy, but like some copies have like a deleted scene where like he kills Free Willy at the end. And I'm like, no way. That's awesome.
That's fucking kids though, man. Like
yeah.
I lied all the time as a kid because I just didn't understand.
My kids do it as like a knee-jerk reaction. I felt like my kid broke his collarbone, and then he was up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, hey man, you need to rest. And he's like, oh, I just woke up. But like I had also been up since 4 a.m. and I'd heard him downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, there's no reason to, like, he wasn't in trouble. Like I wasn't like, hey man, you're grounded. Yeah. And he's like, no, I just got up. No, it was just like, hey, you need to rest. You just hurt yourself. You need to rest. And he's like, no, I've only been up for like 20 minutes. I'm like, that's not true. Like I've been awake and I've heard you awake down here. I just came down here to tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just not a good personality trait to have. But kids, you know.
But it's kids, man. Because I lied all the time as a kid. Because it'd just be about dumb shit. It would be about like telling people that I had games I didn't have, or that I played games that didn't exist, or I'd see these Japanese exclusive games, but I'd tell people that I played them. But it goes even further than that to like, there's like dumber lies to like, I'm on the fucking bus to school and little kids, I don't fucking know how old I was. I just told one of my friends that there's real Pokemon in the river by where I grew up, because we crossed the bridge every day.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. And he was like a younger kid than me. And I was like, yeah, dude. Like, there's a Charizard under there. I don't know why he's in the water. But then there's also a Mew. I was like, they're real, dude. Pokemon are real. I've seen them. It's like, like, why did I do that? But there's people that keep in mind, there's people that have grown up and they haven't learned not to do that. And they're like,
right.
They're like,
they've never had a consequence for lying. And most of their lies are inconsequential.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
But it's just the stories suck so bad. Like, it's not even that they suck. It's just it's completely unbelievable. And then they're like, and then I said this, and then they did this. I'm like, no, they fucking didn't.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
There's no way that happened, because that's like a fucking Kevin Smith scripted scene right there.
Yeah.
They didn't fucking scoop up ice out of the piss tray, and that didn't happen. There were no flies on the burgers.
Well, that's my problem too with like social media. Is like you see a lot of stories like that where they're like, and I told this guy this, and then he was so flabbergasted by my intelligence, and I totally showed him, and it's like, why are you doing this? It's like, do internet points matter that much to you?
There was one guy I knew showed me like a fucking like viral thread. I don't remember what it was, but it was just a bunch of pictures, and he's like, yeah, my buddy found this on his property, and it's just like, why would you lie? Like, he was, in that moment, he was probably just lying as a joke to see if I'd be like, seriously? Which I didn't. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And he showed me all these pictures, and I was like, well, that's cool, I guess. But it's like, it's just one of those things like,
where do you go from there?
Like, I don't want to...
You've ruined the momentum of our friendship.
I don't want to continue the conversation, because then it's just like, no, he didn't. He's like, yeah, he did, man. I'm like, no, he didn't. And he's like, okay, he didn't. I was just messing with you. It's like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. You wasted your fucking brain power. I've wasted my brain power. We could have done anything else. We could have said, hey, man, let's make up a funny story together right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I was walking down the street, and then suddenly you appeared.
Yeah, and then I had an electric eel. I was holding it in my hands because I said I found it in like a mud, like in a puddle.
Yeah, so then I took off my belt because I didn't want it to shock you. And then I wrapped the eel up in a belt, and I threw it in a bunker I found on my property.
Yeah, and then we looked further in the bunker, and we found a bunch of weed and hookers.
Yeah.
And then we had sex.
And then it was The Walking Dead.
Because they weren't hookers, they were zombie hookers.
But it was dark, and we couldn't tell except for all the moaning.
Yeah.
And the pussy smells.
And then our semen cured them.
Yep, because that's how The Walking Dead ends. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's a way better fucking story than anything.
Then I found this Photoshop picture, but I want to pass it off as real.
Oh, or the the kids. I guess kids. You got the kids with the internet like, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah, no,
it's not, dude.
that's you with a filter on. That's you with the gender swap filter. That's like Tom Segura was talking about on his podcast.
Listen, when I was a kid, I told shitty lies. I made up. Yeah, I got a girlfriend. Yeah, it's like the fucking Hubie Halloween. Yeah, she lives in Canada.
Yeah,
Canada Dry region. Yeah, so it's pretty far north up there. So you'll probably not be able to find her. So I don't know. You want to continue the conversation?
yeah. Or
conversation about how we don't like
liars
dealing with these people.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like to drive home the point. It's like if you call them out on their bullshit, then they're going to get defensive and tell you more bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they're either going to be mad at you or your head's going to want to fucking explode from all the bullshit. Like,
yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's a pretty.
It did happen. No, I did that.
Yeah.
I have that. I own that. No. Dude, come on, man. Why are you being like this?
Yeah, and then you just make an enemy that will just make up lies about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking freak, dude. He's a pedophile. And it's like, God damn it!
Like,
now I have that fucking.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm not a fucking pedophile. That guy is.
No, what they don't.
Well, that would be a believable lie. They'd be like, yeah, that guy.
No, what they do is they go
moon landing denier.
No, what they do is they go, dude, watch yourself around him. He talks shit behind your back. Like, they do shit like that. And it's like, dude,
you're the one who's yeah. Okay. I think we're beating a dead horse a little bit, but
well, that's again just to drive home the point. Yeah, they say they're bullshit, and we're like, oh yeah, oh wow, cool. And if I'm ever fucking to you like that, just know it's because I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Like if you say something and the first thing out of my mouth is like, oh yeah, and I don't sound like, I think I can't hide the tone in my voice.
Well, I think that you and I have a nice balance where we'll just tell each other lies, but it's very obvious. Like, I'll just say something like, yeah, I chopped my penis off last night, and I'm enjoying life more now. And you'll be like, yeah, but that's cool, man.
Of course, like, I'd never believe that, but it's not like.
Well, and I would never bring it up in conversation like that if I actually cut my penis off. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, I did that last night. I feel fine.
It's like, I'm not over here going, dude, I'm going to have so much more money now because just paid off my house.
And It's like, Zach, didn't you just get that loan like 2 years ago?
No, man.
Stop buying coffee at Starbucks, dude.
It's like, yeah, I know a guy and...
don't worry. Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me. Listen.
I've got a plan.
Hey, if you ever need anything, you let me know. Yeah. All right. I feel like the conversation was going really well, and then I said, let's drive home the point, and we definitely beat the dead horse.
We're talking in circles.
It's fine because now it's time to segue. We can cut.
Yeah, we can
all of this, baby.
Oh yeah. Hey, baby.
Dog. Hey, yo. When I say we, I mean you, because
I am the main editor.
Hey, listen. So I was thinking,
not the only editor, but I am the main editor.
Listen, I'm gonna.
You make creative decisions outside of the podcast.
It's like directing, in a way.
Yeah, I would call it producing, but yeah.
Well,
because director would put you above me, so.
True. But there's situations though where it is it's like once it'll be like, oh, let's do this and edit it like this, and then you do the edit and it's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
it's like I would call that directing.
Yeah, I really like and writing. I think and that's why I say producing, because it feels more like it's
an all-encompassing term. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take some. I'll take bare minimum.
Well, to be fair, you do a lot of the writing, and I just do a lot of the execution. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, hey, we should do this, and that's not what I was thinking at all. And it's just such a great idea that I'm like, yeah, I can make that happen.
Well, I want to help out with the editing just because I feel like there's a brief time frame for us to record, and if we could record as much as possible, and then we're we both split the load, we could have daily uploads. I would like the podcast can stay like weekly. That's fine. But as far as like the gameplay, you like keep it like
pretty succinct and
try to put out one video a day would be better than what we
maybe
do now.
Maybe not succinct. That's probably not the right word. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like just have a more consistent.
It would be a consistent upload, but that would also require backlogging like we just did with Metroid Dread. We're fucking 6 episodes that need edited.
Potentially a week of content, and then tomorrow, if we do more recording, we could have, up to 2 weeks.
And we need to get the ball rolling just because it's like the game just came out, so this is prime time.
Yeah, it's true. We got probably like a 2-week window.
Yeah. So anyways, like I can edit. I just haven't, I don't know. I haven't done it in forever. I did my Deck in a Box video, but I didn't even have
any cuts in it.
No, I just did like the comedic hard cut, like the shitty cut.
Yeah,
like it was purposely just like jarring.
Have you uploaded it yet?
Yeah, it's up. But I don't know. My issue is I just don't know how to use what's it called?
Audacity.
Fucking
Photoshop.
Adobe.
Yeah. Yeah, Adobe, and the shitty thing is it was easier to use.
I tried to use it
earlier on, and now that there's so many different tools in there, it becomes more difficult to do simple things without having a wide base of knowledge in the program suite.
Basically, I just need like a crash course on that, and then like
but also the time to put it into practice. It's like you can go through the lessons, but if you're not actively doing it, you're not going to get the same.
I'm a hands-on learner. Like I have to do it.
That, but also the things that you're learning may not be intuitive to what you have to work with. So it's like you may know that the program can do that, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be compatible with what you're trying to do and what raw materials you have to work with.
Yeah, so I'm talking about just like a crash course on what would be relevant.
Yeah.
But also on audio as well, because I know nothing about mixing, so.
I don't either. It's just one of those things that you start with an idea in mind, and then that's where your Google search starts. You're like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I need. Is this possible in this program? And then it's just a matter of putting the right keywords in the right order and doing a little bit of digging.
Yeah.
But it's tough. I don't know.
Well, and then if like we're discussing possibility of rebranding.
I wanted to bring that up.
But that would be a complete split of 50-50 responsibilities,
Yeah. Well, I wanted to posit it to the people at home.
Yeah.
Comment on this video. Comment on any of our videos. Ideas for an overarching channel name. We may or may not take your suggestion into account, but just the more brains we have on this thing, the better. Because right now, I made Car Wreck Gaming when I was 19.
Yeah.
And it was started as just a gaming channel, and that's what I had in mind when I made it. I was like, I just want to make let's plays and like funny one-off videos.
Yeah.
But it was centered around gaming, and now we want to branch out into like live action. We want to do the podcast. We want to do Sketchy Neighbors.
We want to do so much things that aren't gaming,
just gaming related.
And we've thrown around keeping car wreck in the name, but then it almost becomes an advertisement for fatal motor vehicle collisions.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't have the search term optimization in mind, because if you type in car wreck gaming, it generally just pops up with like racing, like car games, best car crash compilation video game, fucking Flat Out or Need for Speed or whatever. Like that's what pops up, unless you specifically put in like car wreck gaming as one word, and then maybe like a video series that we did, like Car Wreck Gaming Evil Dead, Car Wreck Gaming Amnesia, Car Wreck Gaming.
So the idea moving forward we would still play games under Car Wreck Gaming as a show name, but then the overall channel name, or the production company, if you will, would be called something all-encompassing.
Yeah.
That would kind of be the stamp for everything, and we'll do all of our shows, which we're still technically making shows, because like what are we going to call it when we're doing our live action like comedy sketches?
Yeah.
And those don't even have to have like a specific name. We could just name the sketches.
Yeah.
And they could be on a live action sketch comedy playlist. But I think it's fun that we have names for everything. Like
Sketchy Neighbors, Drinking and Drawing.
Yeah,
I assure you
were broken. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I like coming up with names, but it's difficult to find a name that encompasses everything.
Yeah, and it also might...
I think we have a couple that I like a lot.
Yeah, there's something there. There's one name that was taken that is a little disappointing because they've got a little gaming channel themselves. I won't shout them out, but
is it the last one that we were talking about?
We'll just cut it.
Oh,
I like it.
I like that.
No, it's they're already established. They already got a following. It's like, okay, whatever. Well, can't use that name. No, Ultra Meta's good, but I also was thinking like different ways to say it. But I guess I feel the same way about
Ultra Meta.
I guess I also feel the same way about Super Mega. If you say it enough, it sounds weird.
Yeah.
But like Ultra Meta or Ultra Meta, like.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or Ultra.
Because if we just put a hard period after each word, then it's not Ultra Meta. It becomes Ultra Meta.
Yeah.
Right.
We just need to get like a sexy Slovenian woman to say Ultra Meta.
Yeah.
Just have like a 3D graphic image, like how like all the production companies
let's
have
call
their
it
own
Sacha Baron Cohen and it'd be
vanity.
Very nice, Ultra Meta. It's fun time.
What was that? H3H3 had Hillary Clinton going, or no, Michelle Obama going, "Wow, Ethan, great job."
We should get one of the Vimeos.
Oh yeah. The
we'll pay for a Vimeo. Hey, here's
Cameos.
Yeah.
Not Vimeos, Cameos.
What's Vimeo's a website, isn't it?
Vimeo's a video hosting platform.
Okay, so it is Cameo. Yeah, so we'll just get someone to be like, yeah, I'm so and so, and Ultra Meta is my favorite channel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to put like a sound effect over Ultra Meta. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
I don't want people to know what it is because then they'll go out and steal it.
I love Ultra Meta. That's like who could we get? Oh, it is God, what's his name? Help me out here.
Shoe Nice?
Crazy voice.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah.
I love Ultra Meta. Ultra Meta can piss in my mouth.
Ultra Meta. Okay, gotta get.
I am Iago from Aladdin. Yeah. I love Ultra Meta. Holy shit! I fucking love this channel.
I was surfing the internet, and all of a sudden, I came across this channel called Ultra Meta.
Subscribe now.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Or I will come in your eyes.
You think he'd say all that if we paid him?
Oh my god, absolutely. Have you seen some of the cameos he's done? The Iago from Aladdin thing?
We're doing it.
Yeah, why not?
Dude, we changed the name to Ultra Meta and the Gilbert Gottfried.
Dude, you know how many hits we'd get? Like if we made a video about changing the channel name.
Yeah.
And then we got a cameo.
Like, comment, and subscribe to Ultra Meta.
Yeah, and then just have that'd be like our channel intro.
Yeah.
You know? I love it.
So that should be so we need a definitive intro. Fuck, now we're just brainstorming live. Ultra Meta, the real reason your dad's a cuck.
Hang on, I'm gonna go to Cameo and just see what his going rate is, and if we can get the scratch together.
It's probably like $100 fucking, dude.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Because
I know he'll say anything.
It has, whatever we do, it has to be crazy. I just like how if this shit doesn't get cut, there's just going to be and then a boop, and then a boop, and like, comment, and subscribe.
This is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is for Danielle, and it's from Kale. And Kale wants you to know happy birthday, Danielle.
Yeah. Hang on. Birthday. No, I want some crazy shit. Birthday. Roast. Here we go. Let's just see what kind of crazy shit he says.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is for Russell Goldstein. And it's coming from Matt Abram, and now, Russell, you're a test tube baby. You had to be a test tube baby, 'cause they couldn't find any guy who wanted to fuck your mother. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think he would say it. Let me see how much it would cost to book him.
Look, bro.
$175, dude. Oh, $950 for business though. So if it's for business use, we'd have to pay him $1,000. Yeah, book for a marketing campaign or big event. We could just put personal use because we're not technically a business.
We're not a business yet.
But do you think he would pick up on the cues like, I love Ultrameda. It's my favorite YouTube channel. I got a pretty good Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, we just got Gilbert Gottfried on the the podcast. There you go. Yeah, that was good.
There you go.
Want to do one more clean take?
Yeah. I love Ultrameda, and they're my favorite YouTube channel.
That's good.
Yeah. There you go.
And then we'll just do
We'll pay him later.
It's not like he said it.
Yeah.
And we never said it was Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, it's true.
And we can just do a puppet at the end of every video. We'll just get a puppet and we'll do that to that voice clip. So every video will end with the ending video. Yeah. But now we have to make a puppet, which will be cheaper than booking the Cameo.
It's true. And like I said, you know, if the channel makes money...
Oh, here, I got a sock here. We'll just make a puppet.
That's not a sock. That's a condom, Zach. Why are you wearing condoms on your feet?
Hey,
just because it's raining doesn't mean you can just put a fucking Magnum condom on.
So we called him back in my day. Good old cock sock.
That's what I call them. All the time. You know, I wish my cock was large enough to place, you know, like a cock sleeve on it.
Do you wish your cock was lubed all the time?
No.
For convenience?
No.
Do you wish you could excrete lube?
I do. It's called Precum.
Well, I mean...
Like through the pores of the penis?
Yeah, like what if
no.
Once erect, you just gave it one good squeeze and it was like... it was like a...
Like a fucking fruit squeezers when they have like the sour gel that you put on your sucker.
I was thinking, you know, those...
squishy balls with the fishnets.
And the stuff pops out.
Yeah, no.
When you squeeze it. Well, it's like that except with goo. It's like... And then you just slide...
Like a sponge.
Just slides right in. It's just a mucousy membrane coats your pee-pee.
I gotta go with no.
Are you telling me that would be more work to maintain than spitting on your hand and then lubing up?
Yeah.
Because it's still messy.
Yeah, but it's when I want it.
You have to give it a good squeeze.
I wear like tight shorts sometimes.
You got to give it a good squeeze.
You know? For
it to lubricate. And you have to like squeeze and then maybe jack it a little bit.
Yeah. Still no.
Look, I can we'll 2.0 this.
We'll workshop it.
Look, I can fix all the flaws, all the problems. This is a good idea. I think this is a step in human evolution.
It's an idea.
We'll lube up our dick with dick mucus.
Zach, say that again, but slower.
What if when we squeezed, it shot out of the top like toothpaste?
That I can get behind.
And then we had to like grab it and then... Because then it's not the whole dick.
If it didn't make that noise.
Well, then it's not the whole...
People are going to think we added a sound effect there. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that?
You know, it is what it is. But
this is a good episode.
You know, that way it's not the whole dick. You can control where it goes and where you put it afterwards.
I would be more behind the squeezing it out the tip. But because that's where natural secretions come from anyways. And I think that you go too far into the science fiction realm with the biology aspect of it.
Have you seen those?
Because I feel like you'd be losing mass if you're excreting too much moisture from your penis.
There's like these aloe cucumber things, and you just grab them and squeeze them, and like you jerk them off like a dick, and they just naturally goo all over your hands.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about originally.
Right,
but you're not into that, so now we're rethinking it as a shampoo bottle.
Well, what I'm thinking is like equivalent exchange, right? So if you're trading a volume of liquid for lubricant, out of your the base
Dude,
of your penis.
listen.
It's like the moisture that comes out of your penis is coming from your prostate, so you're actually not losing any mass in your penis.
We'll make it like a toothpaste tube that
We'll make it like
Yeah.
what are we fucking like?
We're bioengineering.
We're CRISPRing fucking babies to have like squishy penises that
Yeah, dude.
excrete
Yes.
like natural aloe vera lubricant.
We want chickens with dinosaur faces, and we want future humans to have squeezable sex lube in their dick. And here's how we fix the leakage problem, because there's going to be some defects. We get a cap.
What, Zach? There's gonna be defects with human genome altering. What?
Yeah, dude, there's human defects when people try to just have sex and have a baby.
That's true.
So you expect our dumbasses to get it right on, especially the first try. Anyways, so toothpaste has a cap. You do the same thing with the dick, and then it's like, oh, no leakage.
Is it
baby.
a flesh cap?
Yeah, you won't even be able to tell.
I want it to be like, you know how people attach strings to like pins at the bank so that people can't steal the pin.
Yeah.
I want like a fleshy
But
string, like a tendon.
there's a butt plug that you put in so like people can't steal it.
Yeah.
Or you can't lose it, rather.
Well, I was gonna say it would just be
like,
a
what if
natural part of your anatomy, and maybe you could stick it in your ass when you're not using the cap.
Oh yeah, but that might be dirty though. I was thinking like the butt plug would attach the chain. I thought you were literally
Well, if we're already fucking...
I thought you literally wanted a bank chain like they have the pins attached to the desk.
No, but it's made out of like a tendon, and it's got maybe like a fleshy...
Yeah, that's scary, dude. I was talking about a real chain on a butt plug that holds the cap on, because
that could work.
These wouldn't be part of the human body. These would be accessories we would sell with the new humans.
Well, what I'm saying is that that would be a way to make money. But yeah, I was gonna say if we're already altering the human genome to create a new kind of sexual lubricant.
Dude, what
system.
if we just we'll make a dude that's like the fish man from Shape of Water?
Yeah.
You remember how she explains where his dick comes from? She's
no.
She takes her hands. Okay, I'm blocking the mic when I do that. She takes her hands and kind of cups them in front of her face, like fingers pointed towards the ceiling, and then she parts the two hands to kind of make like a slit, like a vagina shape.
He has a cloaca.
So the implication is it opens and the dick comes out.
Yeah.
Right?
Which makes no sense, because that's not how fish reproduce.
Well, he's a fish man.
Right.
Which would still be gross if you think about it.
It probably smells.
Well, where did he come from? So his ancestors probably just fucked one of the ladies that worship them as gods.
I haven't seen Shape of Water.
Now we're getting into Shape of Water lore.
Spoilers.
And spoilers. Who cares? Now listen, we do that with our humans that shoot sex lube out of the tip.
Well, then
That
they would
way,
need... Well, okay, but
we
now
don't
if
have
you're
to worry about
fundamentally
leakage.
changing... Okay, if we're fundamentally changing the anatomy of the human to create a pocketed sheath,
we can't call them humans.
We don't need the penis cap anymore, because all of it's inside.
Exactly,
B, we don't need it to shoot out the tip, because then if it's just constantly inside you, then it's constantly lubricated.
You're not willing to have it constantly lubricated?
As long as it's not outside of the body.
Okay, so we've reached the perfect compromise of where we can have it shielded and
perfectly and I think that's a much better system than what we currently have, where it's just as vulnerable,
where we have to cut skin off when they're fucking babies.
Well,
because
we don't have to,
because we're too lazy to clean.
No, we don't. Yeah,
it's like a
well,
cleanliness
maybe
problem.
But you know that the foreskin is attached to the glands of the penis when the human is born, right? They have to cut it away from the glands of the penis.
Yeah, dude, I've been circumcised.
I know, but that's horrible.
I watched my circumcision.
Whenever you're an adult, you can make that decision, and you don't have to then separate the foreskin from the glands.
Shit, dog. I was like, yeah, just do it. Get it over with.
When you were a bit like one day old, you were like,
brand new.
Yeah, man. Everybody played great out there on the operating table when I was born, and my coaches and I have decided that it will be in the best interest of my sex life and my penis to go ahead and move forward with the circumcision. I will be taking no questions at this time.
Yeah, and
you did like your press conference.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I wish we could remember a little further back. What's your earliest memory? Mine was like 4 years old.
I was 3 years old, and I had to get a hernia surgery.
Oh, that makes sense.
And my mom took me to the hospital for this big surgery day.
Was it painful?
And they had I don't remember any of that.
Oh.
They had a Jeep in the waiting room, and I was
toy Jeep, I imagine.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a full size like Jeep Grand Cherokee.
It was a really cool Jeep, but I think they already had me in the hospital gown, and I was playing in the Jeep and having a good time, and they came out to get me. And I remember being carried down the hallway and reaching back for my mom and screaming and crying. But she said they took me down the hall by both hands, and I was walking down the hall, and I was kind of going. And
It's not funny, but
and well, I've seen pictures from that day too, and it's crazy because I'd spoken about, I remember the surgery. I'm like, yeah, there was a Jeep there. And then I remember being like laid down on the table and there was like a white light. And then they put the mask over your face to put
you under, yeah.
Knock you out. And I remember like the doctors there. There's a couple.
That's horrifying.
And it was kind of the same thing they do whenever they shoved a camera. They shoved a camera like up my ass.
Yeah.
Down my throat. Hopefully not the same camera.
No, maybe not in that order if it was.
I'm fucking with you, Doc. No, but for real, it is the same thing. Like they gather around you and
you're just getting spit roasted.
And you're just like in this fucking room with anyways, that was my most recent experience with that. But the hernia surgery is, yeah. So I saw pictures and then they're like,
does it match up with your memory?
I'm like, there's the fucking Jeep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't imagine it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like kind of how I validated like my memories of it. I also remember around that time, 3 or 4, my mom tells me don't play on the front steps because we had a pretty tall concrete staircase that went up to the front porch. She said, verbatim, don't play on those steps. You're going to fall off and bust your head open. And I'm like, okay. And she went inside and I got back on the steps and I fell off and busted my fucking head open immediately.
Jesus Christ.
Immediately. So I remember going inside and they were like washing me off and I looked in the mirror and it was a little bit of blood, but with the water, it covered my whole fucking face.
Jeez.
So it was like
Stone Cold Steve Austin and fucking
it looked
WrestleMania.
It looked like I razor bladed my forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, ah!
Jesus.
So those are my earliest memories.
Well, I thought it was going to be related to pain because pain is one of those things that turns activates a lot of people's consciousness.
Mine has been traumatic events like that.
But the other thing is like I know that babies don't remember. Like I don't specifically remember being circumcised, but I'm sure they did not anesthetize me at all. But that's kind of fucked up too, right? You know what I mean? Like they don't even give you painkillers afterwards. They're not like, yeah, here's a fucking Vicodin and yeah, just give them however many because you can't. They're too little.
Yeah.
But I am out. But this is our one thing that maybe not our one thing, but this is one thing that we really don't agree on. Where I'm very anti-circumcision as a child. I'm not anti-circumcised penises. I think they look great, but I think that like maybe that's a decision you should make it as an adult. Have you seen the video of the guy in Africa?
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I've had both of my sons circumcised, but it's out of like a convenience.
You want their
thing.
dicks to look like your dick.
Well, it's out of a convenience thing for them because I don't know what it's like to be uncircumcised. I just know that it fucking being circumcised works. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair point, but we're Gentiles, Zach. We're not Jews,
but
so
listen,
there's no pact with God that we have to fulfill.
Sure, but look, it works. My cleanup is very easy.
I mean,
if here's the thing, I would have to help them in their young age.
No, because it's fused.
Take care of it.
You don't have to clean the penis until like 4 or 5, whenever the foreskin detaches from the glands.
And you think that they're gonna clean it at 4 or 5, and now I'm just having to help my 5-year-old son clean his penis?
Well, nobody's messing with his penis anyways. Why does it matter?
Hey, listen, dog.
Just because it smells a little bad, it's going to deter pedophiles.
Smegma?
Yeah. It's going to deter pedophiles. That kid's got a stinky dick. We don't want to molest him.
Well, then he's going to be known as Stinky Dick when he sweats at school. Listen, man.
Well, if anybody knows he has a stinky dick, then you're like, what the fuck were you doing with my son?
Hey, listen. Listen, dog. I'm doing it.
It's a deterrent.
I think I don't hold any grudges on my parents. None of my brothers hold grudges. Here's the thing.
I don't.
Here's the thing. I don't think my kids are going to fucking care because...
They might.
I don't know, dude, because I could shove my hand between my ass cheeks and shove it in their face and be like, that's what it would have fucking smelled like, but your dick.
That's not true.
Okay, then I would have taken toe jam and like, that's what it would have smelled like.
What are you talking about? What does your dick smell like?
No,
How much smegma have you smelled?
Smegma stinks, dude.
Yeah, but I imagine it's the same as whenever you like have sex and you get a little cum underneath the base of your glands and then you just like don't clean it off.
It's a very assy foot smell.
I think it's more of it smells like spoiled cum.
cum doesn't have a smell. I disagree.
That's not true.
I disagree with everybody who says cum stinks.
The next time you bust, to just do it in your hand and just like.
But that's not your cum you're smelling. The female juices.
No. I'm saying when you're jacking it. And don't use any lotion or lubrication.
No, I promise you. Cum doesn't have a scent. The cum stinks.
All right.
Because
I'm gonna seagull you.
You're pushing.
I'm gonna Spider-Man you, and you tell me if my cum doesn't smell.
Okay, maybe some people have stinky cum because of their diet.
It's not stinky.
Listen,
it's not stinky.
It
just has an aroma.
No, I've never smelled cum. Now, if you're smelling,
I can change that.
If you're smelling pussy, it's because the women's juices are actually being pushed inside of your penis. Did you know that, Brandon? That's a fact.
It's not pussy that I'm smelling. It has a unique flavor.
Okay.
And I mean by flavor, I mean I mean smell.
Flavor is not an aroma.
Yeah, well, that's how people say it. They're like, "Oh, what kind of flavors do those candles come in?" And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, like what variety of aromas do those candles have? And I'm like, why did you say flavor? And it's like, I don't know, because you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You give your words a little flavor.
We can't agree on foreskin and we can't agree on semen. That is the quality content you will continue to get from us week to week. Now, the new humans.
Maybe next week we'll find out who killed us.
The new humans.
What should we call them?
I don't think they should be called humans.
Yeah, we should call them like proto-men.
They have like retractable dicks. What else should we give them just to like make them superior and like make it more realistic for them to be the future?
They have 2 livers, so they can drink more.
Okay.
And they have 4 sets of. They have not 4 sets. They have 2 sets of lungs, 2 hearts. We just give them 2 of everything, but we also make them taller and wider and more muscular.
And as a defense mechanism, maybe like a chameleon factor where they can touch a surface,
gills,
much like an octopus.
I want them to be amphibious. Like I guess humans are technically amphibious, but we can't really live in water.
Okay.
I want to make the fish man.
Okay.
From the shape of water.
Let's just make the fish man as the new humans, and that way we can kind of take over.
Well, and everybody's like, global warming, it's going to flood the planet. Well, that just makes sense. Yeah, then we'll be able to continue the species.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're all about like we want to control this planet. Guess what? We don't have full control of the ocean yet.
Yeah, it's true.
But we make fish people.
And that's like 70% of the planet.
And then if we make fish people and we start taking over the ocean, maybe we can find...
Because we can have tools in the ocean.
What if we find already existing fish people because of our fish people?
And then we find out that we're the genetic experiments. Yeah. Because they created man with external...
What did you do?
What are you doing? You're going backwards in evolution.
It's horrible to live in here. Do you see that?
That's a kraken. Do you know what a fucking kraken is?
They're real.
You know what's in the Marianas Trench? The Leviathan.
Hey, guess what? Megalodons never went extinct. They're just deeper than you can fathom.
Yeah. I like all the sperm whales are the deepest diving mammals. And they have, like, when they see them, they have all the suction cup marks on them.
The sperm whales were the deepest diving mammals until I came along. You know what I'm saying?
And then I went down on your mom.
Oh, shit.
Because she's fat and her pussy is deep.
Oh, fuck.
In the mines of Moria.
Anyways, so yeah, let's call them.
Let's call them an episode because it's.
Let's call them the Godfreys.
It's.
And I went into the ocean after my father's birthed me with an internal penis, and my 4 sets of lungs and my 6 sets of hearts.
And the world has never been the same since.
Ultraman, I killed the president of every country. I declared supremacy of the fish man.
Yeah, so maybe next week we get our special guest in. And
that'd be nice.
Yeah. Ultrameta, it's a thing. Just fucking watch it.
And watch the channel, Ultrameta.
I'm losing my voice doing fucking Gilbert Godfrey over here. Oh my god. That's all the time that we have for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Eat your girlfriends out. Suck your boyfriend's dicks.
Don't be afraid to eat booty, man. Like
lick the asshole. Both like, genders.
Listen,
lick the asshole.
Yeah, it can be a give situation. Just make sure it's clean first, because you you want to be courteous and be like, yeah, you can lick it, but you also have to be considerate in that just because they want to lick it, if you know it's not an opportune time, just be like, not today. And you don't have to go into any more description than that because I will pick up on the cues.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, ideally after a shower.
Because guess what?
You don't want to do it post BM.
If you let them lick a stank butthole, they're going to remember it.
Yeah. And then that's going to be less likely to happen.
You want the experience to be good for everybody. So yeah,
flavored lubes.
Eat the booty. Guys, have you ever tried eating the booty? I mean, that would do wonders for your relationship.
For your sex life, and if your girlfriend's a bitch,
yeah,
it's probably your fault. You're not giving her enough tongue loving.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you get down there and work the tongue. Say the ABCs.
Say them backwards. Do your numbers. Really, just get creative down there. And when you find a number that she likes or a letter that she likes, don't move on from that letter. It's BBB all day.
Yeah, it's BBB, and if she likes the cursive B better, you better believe you're doing the fucking cursive B. All right, so that's all the time we have for today on I Assure You We're Broken. I gotta run. Brandon has a life of his own to live. I have other prior engagements that I have to get to, and you bet your ass I'm gonna be eating some booty tonight. All right, love you guys. Bye bye.